Next, we have a map layer here. Let's say that you want to place a different tile set. I'm going to choose this one. And oops, it says that you are only allowed to use one tile set per layer. So just so you know, two different tile sets aren't allowed in a single layer. That's why I'm going to add a new layer right here and choose the block and place it. Okay, now you can see that two tiles are placed in a single map. And in the new layer, let's add some other entities. To put this and some NPCs right here. So if you select the layer, you'll see this blue borderline of the selected layer. The entities of the selected layers are highlighted. So these tiles and objects are in layer 1, and these one are in layer 2. And if you'd rather not see the highlights, you can just change this to none. Do it as you wish. And then also, the display order of an overlapping model like this actually depends on the order of this list. So if I change the order here, you can see that this cute little monster displayed at the front like this. So that's how you can decide the order of the entities between layers. But then you can also change the order within the same layer using the property right here in the sprite render component. This will help you change the order of the entities in the same layer. I'll just move this here and choose a different object. Okay. Right now, the order of the tree is set to 0. I'm going to change this monsters layer, monsters order to something less than 0 to make this go behind the tree. I'll change it to -1. Okay, so you can see that this entity can be placed at the back of the tree entity by changing this value right here. So order and layer values determine the order within a single layer. And the order of the layers in the map layer, this one, works among the layers. You can also delete the entire layer as well. I'm just going to delete the one up there. This is it for the layer. And now, let's take a look at this console panel. You'll see this console panel a lot in sessions on scripts. But for now, as a quick demonstration, I'm going to create a script here and name it as new component. Then this is what you're gonna see. For those of you with programming experience, you may be familiar with this from Visual Studio Code or other text editors. In MSW, a wide variety of features are offered with just a click rather than through simple text. So you can edit them by category, namely this property, remove, function, and entity event handler. Click on property first to configure, let's say, life. And experience. And one more, say, power. Okay. And let's enter some default values. I'm going to set 100. Okay. So After saving the script, Control S, go back to the scene, and I'm going to add this component to our cute little monster here. If we search it, you can see new component right here, the customized property, which I added in the script under this part here. See, now you can see life here, experience, and power. And when you click on function, you can see methods provided by default, such as on begin play, and on update, on destroy, on map leave, and etc. You can deselect them to add them. Or you can also create a new function by clicking new. Then let's write something here. For example, if you want to call the function that you've created, you can just add by saying self function 1. You can use tab to make this auto finish the names. And also, if you click on the event handler, you can add or remove events. For example, a button click event for this entity, or any other events for another entity. And we'll see the details in other session about scripts, so don't have to worry about it too much if you don't understand right now. So for example, let's write a log function here. Log function is the same as print function in Python and C and any other programming language. So in Lua script, we have to say log to print something out. Okay, I'll show you how it goes. Let's just start playing. Okay, you can see this log hello in the console. You can also check where the log was used using this hyperlink here. If you click on the exclamation mark, you can see the hyperlinks. And for us, we have this code in a new component on begin play 13 right here. Okay. One more thing to check is that you can configure how each method will be executed in the server or the client or both. I'll show you how. Oh, sorry. Have to. Here, you can change if you want this to run in the server or client or both. All those can be configured under this settings here. Right now, this code is running on our server, and you can also check it right here. And next, with new functions, you can also add some parameters. Here, you can say add parameter and choose the data type. It can be Boolean, number, integer, or string, or anything. Okay. And also, you can move this code up and down, move up, move down. So all these can be executed through this very easy UI by clicking and just selecting what you want instead of these plain text. But MSW allows you to share scripts created as files when they are exported through Workspace. Here, remember that we can export and import files, right? And also, if you don't want to do this, you can just copy and paste the whole text right here to execute it on your own map when sharing like codes with your group members. For example, I'm going to copy and move this code to my component here. So this is a empty component. I'm just going to paste what I've copied and go to script here, right here. Now you can see the same code as the new component here. This is one way to share scripts with other people, even if it's a different component. Finally, let's take a look at sprite picker and resource storage. Let's say you want to change this model into another image. Of course, you can just place something like this here and then delete the original one, right? But actually, there's another way to do this through property on the right here. So you'll see that this model has a sprite render component. And when you click on this sprite RUID button on the right, something called sprite picker will come up. So this is something that you can use to change the model into a different image. So I'll type slime right here and search for something that looks similar to this. I don't think I can find, so I'll just choose this, okay? See, now the tree is changing into other entities here by just clicking them. So the point is that the sprite RUID is an ID for each models, and not just by clicking, but you can also just copy and paste the ID right here to change it to the model that you want. For example, now I really want to change this into the Santa slime. So I'll copy the sprite RUID of the Santa slime and change this eggplant slime into that one. So when the sprite RUID is empty, the entity is also gone. But when I paste the RUID of the Santa slime and press enter, now you can see that you got a Santa slime. So you can add the RUID directly as so, or you can use the sprite picker to choose the resource that you want. And also, you can also use the resource or images that you've added on your own by searching it in My Resource tab here. For me, I've uploaded this slot machine image, and I'll change the slime into the image that I've uploaded here. Yeah. Oh, it's huge. Anyway, this is how to add an image or change an image. If you just want to simply add something, you can go to panels and resource storage right here. It's the same thing. You can copy and paste the ID here, and then paste it to anywhere you want, to the slime and other objects. And actually, the images you've added in the resource storage through this, it will be never gone, so you can share and use in other games as well. So just feel free to use the resources here in other games. So now we've covered the features of each panels in the Maker and how they can be used to create games. In the following sessions, you're going to learn more about how to use scripts and what entities and models signify and their relationships and why these execution space settings are necessary when it comes to scripts and what the synced, the property here means, in how should multiplayer online games be designed, how UIs can be edited and created, and so forth. So thank you for listening to the session on the overall information about MSW and the Maker client. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next session. Thank you.